That was a nice clap.
Thank you. Yes. So if you want to start there, we could start there.
We were talking a little bit, but everything we were talking about was let's save it for the pod, and now we're on pod, so we can talk.
Yeah, you wanted to do a pre-pod, and I'm very interested in doing pre-pods.
Yeah.
But I feel like we have so much to talk about.
We do.
We have a lot to talk about.
The official Texas consultant of the Happle Hour.
That's right. Our Texas correspondent here, Bo Ballew. With a fresh haircut?
I did. I got my haircut last week. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, of course.
You're the first person.
You're losing weight? What's
I'm
going
trying.
on? You look good.
You know, it's easy to say you're trying to lose weight. It's very hard to do.
You know what's great? You say, oh, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't.
I mean, I never said I was.
Right.
I'm trying.
I'm trying. We're getting there.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Is it going well? You tell me. Probably not. But
no, I'm trying. But really, you're like, I haven't eaten a fucking thing, and I'm on the treadmill.
Oh, dude.
I'm gay, and it's a whole thing.
I've been doing this treadmill workout that my buddy saw on TikTok called the Hot Girl Walk.
Is it the incline for a
just
half hour?
walking on an incline for fucking forever.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, you said it looks like I'm losing weight, so I guess it's working.
It's working.
But fuck, man, I hate it.
Are you drinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's what's holding me back,
Yeah.
truly. I mean, my diet's in check a bit.
Okay.
I do the vegetarian thing a couple days a week.
Very nice.
Try and, do some, form of, overcorrecting, so when I fuck up, I'm like, oh, a couple days this week I was real good, you know?
Right. You got a few days of being a Democrat. The other days you're good.
Yeah, the other days I eat like a real Texan, you know what I mean? No tofu on Saturdays.
I had tofu today.
What'd you have?
Don't tell my dad.
Oh, no, I won't. I would never.
It was we got Hawaiian.
Ooh, okay. Like
Pretty
a little poke bowl situation?
Little tofu. They had tofu. I had some chicken as well, but a little
Nice.
macaroni salad.
Chicken's kind of bitch, too, though, honestly. If
Ooh,
we're nitpicking.
this is interesting.
Chicken breast and tofu to me are the same thing.
So you're claiming chicken is the most democratic of the proteins.
I mean, I'm excluding fish here, but yes.
So fish is most beta.
Fish is cuck as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, fish is for cucks. You heard it here
Fish
first.
for cucks. Write this down.
This is important stuff, feet people.
All fish?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. They don't have feet. I mean, your podcast listeners, you know what they love?
You
feet.
know how to play to the audience.
Yes, I do. I'll take off my socks here in a little bit for you. I don't want to...
And I'll also say there's no protein that we eat, I hope, that has feet.
Well,
There's hooves.
it's their version of a foot, I suppose. Do you like hooves? Would that turn you on,
I don't think
listener?
so. We still don't really know what turns them on.
They're not clear about it?
Well, we know that there's a sock community and a no sock community.
Oh, interesting.
We're
Okay.
learning more. Okay, so first off, let's go here. If you'd like to show your feet off, this is your time.
Okay, all right. So I wore black socks today. Usually
Dickies
I go white.
socks.
Yeah, Dickies socks. Dickies is a hell of a brand, man.
No comment.
So yeah, let me know what you think of Dickies. So this is socks. You see Dickies, gray bottom.
Oh,
Here's the foot. I trimmed my toenails today, actually.
for the pod?
Coincidentally.
Okay.
but, you know.
That's nice.
Yeah.
New tattoo?
Yeah, I got this in Europe.
You went to Europe.
I went to Europe. Yeah.
You went to the Netherlands.
I went to the Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah, and I went to Ireland as well, and I got this one. A little bowling
What is it?
action.
The bowling confuses me.
The Big Lebowski is my favorite movie.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted a Big Lebowski tattoo, but I didn't want to get the dude
Right.
tattooed, you know. And then I just saw this bowling thing on Etsy, and I was like, oh, that would be cool on my body forever.
That is by far the most Democrat thing I've ever heard in my life.
Even more so than eating vegetarian a couple days a week.
Yes. You saw a design on Etsy.
Yeah,
And went to and got a tattoo of it on your calf.
I vision board tattoos on Etsy all the time.
Do you seriously?
I don't have an Etsy account, but sometimes I'll just go on Etsy and just search tattoos and just.
But
kinda
isn't
see what's up.
Etsy home good, handmade stuff?
Or Pinterest, not Etsy, Pinterest.
Yeah,
Pinterest
you're getting your
board.
cuck apps confused.
Yeah, I do that on the vegetarian days. You know?
Yeah, that's the problem. Not enough protein to your brain.
So I'm just on fucking Pinterest and Tumblr and shit.
That's
you know?
right. Yeah, you wake up in the middle of the night screaming "Protect trans kids."
And then on Saturdays, I'm cursing the woke mind virus.
Yeah.
Shit, you know? Yeah, when the weekend starts, my elephant comes out. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
But no, okay, so back to that.
Yeah.
Because, like, the windmill, I get. Netherlands, they got the windmills, the old windmills.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the bowling, Lebowski, you could have got that here.
Yeah, but I was just like, I had an excuse of being like, I'm on vacation. I can justify buying a tattoo.
Oh, that's the most garbage thing I've ever heard in my life.
I was like, it's this money's already spent, you know.
Do you know how drunk you have to be off cheap booze?
Oh, very sober when I did it.
Oh, really?
In the morning. Yeah,
Oh,
I did
you
it
don't
before-
admit that.
I did it like 11 a.m., dude. I was hungover, but I was sober.
Well, I mean, 11 a.m. is technically the morning, but I like how you said that. Like, bright and early.
Yeah, bright
11
and early
a.m.
at 10 a.m. to go to an 11 o'clock tattoo appointment.
Very nice.
Then I hopped on a train and went to a town called Kilkenny, Ireland.
Ooh-wee.
Have you been to Ireland?
Never.
Dude,
I've never been
you
to
would
Europe.
love it, bro.
I think I would like it.
Ireland,
I would like Ireland.
They have it figured out over there. Just life, generally, I think.
Yeah.
The way of living in Ireland, there's just like it's like when you leave America, there's just like a weight lifted off your shoulders of not being in America. I can't explain it. It's like
Interesting.
because they're socialists and stuff, and you could do like socialist tourism and be like, I'm gonna be a socialist for 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. No.
Oh, you have to go, and then you'll know.
Okay. I did at the last show I did. Irish girl. Talking to her, she's in finance, moves to America to have a finance job.
Yeah.
Missing tooth. And I was like, that's the most Irish thing.
It's so like
the best
perfect.
Irish finance girl in the world has a missing tooth. That
She
sounds
probably
about right.
lost in a bar fight too.
She was smoking a Marlboro Red too.
The classiest of cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know? Get you a woman who smokes her Reds. You know what I mean?
Which I'm learning because my grandfather always smoked Reds, so I just thought that's like
You just associated it with like people like your grandpa.
yeah, that's just everyone. People
Yeah.
that started smoking at 10 years old and got tattooed at 9. You know,
Yeah.
which is real.
And cool.
And cool, and who also is illiterate, which is a separate story. But
Yes.
yeah, so I always thought Reds were just like a standard cigarette. I later learned classy cigarettes.
Yeah, they're kind of like the real smoker's cigarette. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
That's how I think of it. It's like because like Marlboro Lights, they lights because they're a lighter cigarette or whatever.
That makes sense.
And then they do like golds and shit, but red is like that's where like it's like cowboy cigarettes.
So what? Ooh. So what is the beer equivalent to that?
With like a real drinker's beer? Are you talking like it's definitely not like craft beer for sure. That's a great question. Probably something in Miller High Life.
I was gonna say
Miller High
the
Life.
champagne of beers.
Yeah, because it's like kind of trashy, but like kind of cool, you know?
I
Like,
love a Miller High
it's-
Life in a bottle.
Yes.
Oh,
Top 3 beers. What are they?
top 3 beer, like general beers.
Yeah, not like brands, not like lager, pills, like
No, right, but you got to go like the commercially available one.
yeah, not like craft.
Yeah,
stuff.
not craft.
Which is kind of I almost when I think beer, I don't think craft beer. I'm like, oh, I want like a craft beer.
Does
when-
Brooklyn count? Brooklyn's not in my top 3, but would Brooklyn count as a craft beer in this situation?
Not in New York, I feel like, because it's everywhere. here,
Interesting.
You know,
My top 3 beers. This is so difficult.
it's tough, right?
This is very difficult.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Miller High Life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Yingling
Ooh, that's a good one
for the Patriots out there.
That's a good one. Yeah. I
Shout
like-
out to Rich Apple Jr.
Yeah, Rich Apple Jr.
Yingling guy.
aka Yingling.
That's the real Yingling. Yingling 2. And then I'm gonna go with this as a 3. I don't even think they make it anymore.
Uh-huh.
Bud Light Platinum.
Ooh, okay. I don't think I've seen that since like college.
Remember that?
It was like in like almost like a dark blue black.
Yeah,
kind of
it was,
like
dude.
no real stickers or very minimal kind of with the stickers and stuff.
That was a good little talking point with the chicas when you
Oh,
were at
yeah?
a party. They're
Was
like,
that
"What
they-
are those?" Bud Light Platinums.
I'll come back to my apartment. I'll
junior.
show you. I have
Sup?
a fridge full of them.
Yeah.
You know,
I live off campus. I picked up a couple platties. I called them platties.
with my real ID.
not to brag, but with my ID chief ID. You do ID chief?
What's ID
Did
chief?
you, oh, did you guys not have ID chief? This
Is that like a fake
interesting.
ID thing? I had a fake ID.
So the room, it was this website where you like submitted fake well, you put your name in, you sent a picture, and then they would send you over a fake ID.
Oh.
Put in some sort of packaging. The rumor was some guy lived in America, stole a DMV license machine, and moved to China.
Everyone, the guy who made my fake ID, the rumor was that he stole the printing machine.
Well, because it was a real ID.
Oh, okay.
Like it had the lamination
What
and
state?
everything. I was Connecticut, Westbrook, Connecticut.
My fake ID was Albany, New York, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and you could take the two corners of the ID and like fold them together, and everyone was like, New York IDs could do this. Is that real? I thought that was like, in hindsight, I was like, oh, that was someone fucking with me.
No, see, we were always told you can't get a New York ID or don't get a New York fake ID because it needs to have that fold.
Yeah, this one did.
That's good.
It was a good ID. Someone was like, I used it in Destin, Florida one time, and the guy at the gas station was like, "Oh, you live in Albany? I love New York." I'm like, "Yeah, I go to the city all the time, man." I just had no idea.
I take the trip down 3 hours all the time.
Yeah, every day.
I go every day. I stop by for lunch sometimes.
Central Park. Yeah, you know.
Destin, Florida. I wouldn't even think they check IDs there.
It was spring break too. I think some of these places just like, they don't really give a shit. They just have to like look like they do, you know, in case like they have cameras. It was like a 7-Eleven or something. So I'm sure like
is that true?
That people look at the camera.
Like, because we used to go to the same gas station all the time. Mm-hmm. Next to Sun Ming. I know my parents are listening, so I'll tell them which gas station was next to Sun Ming. Which,
okay.
Fantastic. By the way, in Austin, I went to this. It was the first time in a long time. Sit-down Chinese restaurant.
Ooh.
You ever do those?
Like not counting like dim sum.
Not counting dim sum, like a traditional family-style sit-down Chinese restaurant.
I did in Ireland actually one day.
Wow.
I was sick.
That's fucking weird.
It was my last night in Europe, and I was just like kind of like sick of like eating like fried fish and like that. I just like wanted something different, so I just looked up Chinese food. It was quite good.
Yep, you're getting bowling pin tattoos and eating Chinese food. You could have just stayed in Ridgewood.
My last night in fucking Ireland, I got Chinese food and I went and saw Indiana Jones in a movie theater.
I want to do exactly what I would do in New York, but fly 6 hours.
Well, it's kind of that point in the vacation when you're kind of ready to go home.
How long were you there?
Like 2 weeks.
And in Europe?
Yeah, total. Like between Ireland and Amsterdam.
Solo?
Like 2 weeks. Yeah.
You did a solo vacay?
I did, yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks, man. I did it once in college as well. I was just like, I had some friends who were like, oh, yeah, I'll go. And then I was like, if I wait around for you guys, it's not going to happen.
Right.
So it's like, all right, if you want to come, these are the days I'm there. I'm happy to have you come along. But
and then no one joined.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Did the hostel thing.
Yeah. I would imagine.
Hostels are fun. They're just... Everyone's 22.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
like
hostels.
the old guy in the hostel.
Yeah.
But it's the only way I can afford it. But I did like meet people and like made friends and shit. You know?
Okay.
So that was cool.
Sleeping. How many people are in a hostel room?
Depends. Like you could rent a room with 4 people, 6, 8, 12, and then it get cheaper the more people.
It's for the least people?
For like a shared dorm, I believe so.
Could you get your own room at a hostel?
Yeah, which is what I would do next time I travel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you learned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I did this when I was 22 and I had so much fun, like in bunk beds. And then I did it this time. I was like, I can't do this again.
Like I'm 28. The fuck am I doing with my life?
Yeah, exactly. So, but
I got to save this for the bowling pin tattoo.
Yeah, I needed to save my money for my pinwheel tattoo.
Yeah, dude.
And my bowling pins tattoo. You know, I had money. I had to be responsible fiscally.
I hear you. The cameras. The place we would go, shitty gas station. And the guy, last time I ever used my fake there, he was like, is this real? Because if it's not, that camera's going to know. And I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Even if it does work, it wouldn't know.
Well, I think they probably use the cameras more like for posterity's sake. Like it's like in case like their boss is watching, it looks like they're checking. You know? That's what I think.
There's a Carvel in my town.
Ooh, okay.
And the kids were caught doing drugs in the Carvel and stealing.
The
because of the camera.
employees?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Who are now all doing terrible.
I'm sure they're doing...
This was not long ago.
Really?
Yeah. I'm 30.
That is
This
true.
wasn't that long ago.
No, we're still pretty young. Yeah.
Those kids were like too old to be at a Carvel, like still working at Carvel. And they were like stealing and selling heroin out of the back.
They were stealing. It was like a good deal, though. You buy heroin, but then you
get some
also
soft
get an
serve.
ice cream cake.
Yeah. You also got some sprinkles.
That'd be sick.
Not bad.
When this summer after freshman year of college, I
Yes.
went home for the summer, Texas, and a group of us went out to like buy beers from a gas station for the night. So we went to this gas station that we'd heard was a good gas station to use fake IDs at, and we sent in the girl with the fake ID.
Only one of you had one.
Two of us did. I didn't have my fake ID at this point in time. I got it later.
Okay.
So she went in with her fake ID, tried to buy beer. They took her fake ID and said it was fake. She came back and she was like, they took my ID.
Interesting. Okay.
And then we sent in the other girl with a fake ID because we were like, they're not going to suspect it again.
There's no way two people with fake IDs walking around.
She walks out 5 minutes later. They took my ID and they threatened to call the cops. We were just so dumb. We were like, oh, we're being so clever. They're not going to suspect this at all.
Did you ever wait outside of a gas station and ask someone to buy you beer?
I never did that move.
Neither did
I had
I.
friends with older siblings,
Oh, that would do it for you?
Yeah. Like, like when I was in high school, I had friends with older brothers and stuff, and they had fake IDs, or they turned 21 eventually.
Which was cool.
And they were very cool. Yeah.
I had a buddy that would do that for me. Shout out Mark Oakes. He would buy
Mark
me
Oakes,
beer and give
everybody.
it to me in the Stillwell Woods parking lot. Shout out to him. And now he goes to my gym and doesn't recognize me, and I don't say hi to him. Because I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, you
each
don't want to
morning.
be like, remember me, and like reintroduce yourself to someone.
Yeah, because then we're going to be, oh, how you been? And then every time I'll see him, they'll be like, hey, how are you? We'll have to
a
talk, and I'll
conversation.
probably have to have dinner with him.
Do you
and
think
his-
he's on his podcast right now being like, Rich Apple goes to my gym, and he doesn't remember me?
I hope so. Because that means we'll never have to talk to each other.
Yeah, just both of you being like, well, I don't really want to, but it is kind of weird that we haven't,
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's too far. I've been going to this gym now since March. It's too long gone.
Yeah.
I can't intro myself now.
You could be like, hey, man, I've been seeing you for 6 months. How's it going?
I asked a mutual friend, I was like, does he live on the Upper East Side? He's like, oh, yeah, probably goes to that gym. And I was like, nah.
It is him.
It is him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm like,
my
I'm
God.
definitely not saying hello now. It's too late. And I don't
Yeah.
think you won't listen to the pod.
You missed your fucking chance,
You missed
buddy.
your fucking chance.
Fucking cut.
But also, hello.
Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think of my feet.
Yeah, look, comment. He might be one of the commenters. One of the commenters did say that they would pay each of us $85 if I tickled your belly button for 45 seconds.
$85?
$85 each.
Me specifically? Or was
No,
it just, I
anyway.
was like, why? I mean,
He just said the next guest.
45 seconds is a long time. I mean, $85 is a good deal, though.
But that's like such a specific amount of time and
yeah,
money.
it's like, why 45 seconds?
Right.
Why? Have you ever figured out, like, and I'm asking you, the people of the fetish and kink community who listen to this podcast,
Yep.
how did you guys find this? Have you ever figured out, like, how they found you?
No. No one's ever commented how they found this. They just commented they like it. No one's ever commented how they found it. It is on Feet Finder, so like you're going to be on Feet Finder now.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's a credit.
It is a credit. Listen, this is what I know. This is how big my podcast is. Mark Norman came on here, showed his feet, didn't have a Foot Finder account before. Got one now.
What? So Feet Finder, like someone listening to this podcast will like screenshot,
I'll show you after this. Yeah, that's exactly what
and
they
then
do.
my feet. They'll be like search for Bo Ballew, and my feet. will be up there.
So, from my understanding, and again, call us in foot fetish gays. What they did was I think the first person they did it to was Juan. They took
It's
his.
actually a good one.
And by the way,
Yeah.
they took a lot of screenshots of this podcast and put them up. Like like they don't look different. They don't kind of look the same. And they put them up there, and it skyrocketed the ratings of Juan's feet. I think
Yeah, that one got a lot of views, didn't it?
my most viewed one now. I think it's at like 15K.
Holy shit!
So it brought it up the charts on Foot Finder, and Elliot comes on does it, skyrockets Elliot. Elliot sold 7 tickets last time he came on this show.
Well, thank you for supporting. You can
Thank you
follow
for supporting,
me on Instagram and come to my shit sometime.
At Bo Ballew.
Yeah, at Bo Ballew.
That's right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is your legal name Bo?
No.
What's your legal name?
William.
Yeah.
My parents couldn't agree, so they compromised. They were like, we'll put William on the birth certificate, but we'll call him Bo. Because my dad wanted to name me Bo. And my mom liked the name, but for some reason she didn't want it on the birth certificate.
I don't understand what you just said.
That's the truth, though. I don't know. I'm perpetually confused by
That
this.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
We can't compromise on a name, so we're going to legally name him one thing.
And call him something completely unrelated forever.
And just confuse him his whole life.
My favorite thing is, like, I'll meet people sometimes, and I'll be like, is Bo your legal name? And then if I feel like having a conversation with them, I'll tell them. But sometimes just like, yeah, it is, if I don't feel like talking. But so I'll tell people sometimes that my real name is William. And they're like, oh, I think I get it, because Bill is a nickname for William and Bo is a nickname for Bill.
Is Bo a nickname for Bill?
No. I'm like, you're kind of... You're looking for too much logic when it's not there.
Yeah, it's not there.
It's
like an English teacher in high school when they're trying to do all this like symbolism, and you're like, no, I think that's just what it is.
Yeah, I just think there's a centaur in the book.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean? Yeah.
I think this guy was just on a lot of drugs when he wrote it, lady.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with it. Are you named after Bo Ballew? Not Bo Ballew, Bo Jackson?
Yes.
Yeah, that's real fucking garbage.
Yeah, well, my dad went to Auburn in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, Bo Jackson was God.
Yeah, I get it.
I do, too.
That's weird.
What?
It's named after a guy that's like his age.
His contemporary.
That's so weird.
You haven't seen how obsessed my family is with Auburn football, though.
Your family's obsessed with Auburn football and Elvis. Garbage.
Oh, yeah, the Elvis sandwich. Yeah, I forgot. I was like, but, oh, yeah, dude. Auburn football is like it is. Auburn football fans are the most miserable fans of sport in the country, in my opinion.
Oh, you didn't grow up with Mets fans or Jets fans?
Well, I mean, that's true. They're up there for sure with those guys then. Because Auburn, the ultimate little brother. Well, I guess the Mets are probably the same way. Little brother complex to Alabama. They're probably actually very similar fans now that I think about it. Mets and Auburn fans. Like, every once in a while, they'll, like, flirt with greatness, but it's never sustained. But they think they should be great all the time, but they never are that great.
I don't really have much to say because I don't understand the SEC.
Sure.
I'd like to understand the SEC.
I'm surprised you're not a bigger college football fan.
Because when you grow up here, it's just not a thing.
But just based on your interest, I'm surprised you haven't, like, sought it out and be like, I'm going to teach myself how to get into college
it now.
football. Yeah.
I'm very into college
Who's your
football
team?
now. In college, I said it was Ole Miss because of
Oh,
Eli.
right. Yeah, we were talking about how your ideal bachelor party's the tailgate.
Grove. Yeah, my coworker's going to Athens this weekend for his bachelor party.
Fun town, dude.
Oh, like that's a good idea.
I love a college town, dude.
Love a college town.
They're the best.
But I feel like the South, especially the Southeast, is just one big college town.
I mean, they like college football more than they like NFL for sure.
And I get it.
Yeah, there's like a spirit to college football that's so like infectious and so fun to like, especially if you're there. Like, there's no Grove in the NFL. I'm sure there's fun traditions in the NFL, but like
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo's probably but that's like that's like, we're kind of like here to destroy tables and cover ourselves in mustard and shit.
Yeah, make pizzas and filing cabinets.
Yeah, yeah, we get divorced at Buffalo Bills games.
No one gets married at a Bills game.
You propose at an Ole Miss game. You propose at the Grove. You get divorced at Buffalo.
They're not wearing bow ties in Buffalo. I'll tell you that much.
It looks so dumb.
What was I gonna say? I had a whole thing I had in my head. It'll come back to me. I would like to go. Well, now I'm a big Colorado guy.
Yeah, dude, I wore the shirt. Yeah, oh, it's been euphoric.
I'm sure.
It's been crazy.
Deion.
Oh, my God, I love Deion
Sunglasses.
Sanders. It's I almost bought a pair. I'm like, I would look stupid in those.
Yeah,
sunglasses.
you look real dumb.
But Coach Prime is just. I'm like, yeah, I'll run through a wall for you. I'll pay $70 for your sunglasses. You're so awesome.
That's how much they are. $70.
Yeah, they're not
That
as
ain't bad.
expensive as I would have thought.
Yeah, that's not
honestly.
bad.
He's sold like $7 million worth in the last.
I
week.
know,
That's
sick. Good for him.
What I respect about Coach Prime is that he doesn't pretend that it's any like he's like, this is a business. Like I'm a salesman of the football program and also my other shit. Like I'm gonna use my platform to do both. And like he's like, this is what it is. He doesn't pretend it's not that, which I respect.
It's entertainment.
And I
knows that.
really get turned off by college coaches who pretend they're like holier than thou about shit like that. You know?
I hate college coaches that, I mean, this is it's tangential to what you just said. The ones that are like, players shouldn't get paid.
Like Dabo Sweeney or whatever.
Yes.
Did you see his quote about name, image, and likeness a couple of years ago?
No.
He's like super against it, and he doesn't use the transfer portal and stuff that much. He's like, yeah, we built our program in name, image, and likeness. God's name, image, and likeness.
No, that's it. I'm in.
Yeah,
I guess I'm a Clemson fan
I
now.
was like, oh, I bet you raped somebody. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, you're hiding behind this too much. You know?
Dude, that's the No, that's ACC, right, Clemson?
They're like culturally SEC.
They
though.
should go into the SEC for that
I'm
comment
sure
and
they
that
want
comment
to.
alone.
Yeah, oh yeah. For
God's name, image, and likeness. Fucking yes.
sure. Yeah. He and I'm just like, oh, fuck off, dude. That annoyed me so much.
No, I
when he said
love it. I love irrational religious inclusion in things.
And now their team sucks.
Well, yeah, they suck now. But he will sprint onto the field full speed.
It is wild to watch him do that.
This isn't Texas, but like college football I love because of the kind of to what you said. The culture, the passion.
Marching bands and shit, it's fun, you know?
Marching bands, that's why I like black high schools too. But NASCAR.
Oh, I want to go to a NASCAR race so bad, dude.
I would love to go, but I don't get it. Like I don't get the appeal.
I don't think it's entertaining at all. But
Right.
I bet if you went, you'd get it. It'd be like going to like the Kentucky Derby or something. Like if you just like really lean in to the vibe.
Different vibe. Well, I guess maybe not.
Well, they're both like southern, but like the two, like Kentucky Derby's like the Southern Belle, kind of like you dress up in like seersucker and shit, and then NASCAR, you wear a denim shirt with the sleeves cut off,
right,
and like a Confederate flag baseball hat, and smoke Marlboro Reds probably, drink Miller High Lifes,
Parliaments?
probably. Parliaments would probably they probably have a big presence over there.
I would guess so.
I grew up like 15 minutes away from the Texas Motor Speedway, and I never went.
I thought you were going to say, I grew up smoking Parliaments.
No.
Holy shit. No, because like here, that's like really. Like college football, you have Rutgers, Syracuse. Like there is here, but NASCAR, I mean, Watkins Glen. But even then.
Yeah,
that's like in the boonies.
Yeah, it's not the same. That's like purely a Southern thing.
My buddy who works at CAA, he went to the Talladega 500. Oh. And he's like, I saw a portable stripper pole, girl dancing on it, and kids throwing dollar bills. And I was like, get me there next year.
I want to go so bad. I love it. Just unabashed. They don't even like. There's no like we're trashy. It's just like this is who we are.
Exactly.
And I want to be that trash for a weekend so bad. Like I think it'd be so fun.
That's where it's a little bit different than the Kentucky Derby, because Kentucky Derby you're dressing up.
Yeah.
You're dressing for that event.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's fun too when you dress up and like the goofy suits and the hats and like you're over there and you're like pretending that you're not a dirtbag because you're gambling, but you're like, but I'm in a suit, so it's like a little, you know. But I'm sure it's quite fun. I've heard it's fun from people who've been.
But Talladega 500, I don't think they're dressing up.
No, that's just what they wear.
Exactly.
They're being more authentically themselves.
Yes.
It's just like
it's actually beautiful if you think about it.
I think so too. I want to go really bad. I think it'd be so fun to like do the pit too in the middle. Get like an RV, dude.
I've never been in an RV.
Put an American flag up there. put it at half mast for
Yes.
9/11 just cause, you know?
For 9/11.
Yeah.
Because of the stolen
Or
election.
for the death of the American Republic because of the Democrat.
Yeah.
You gotta lean in, you know?
That's what they should do in Hudson Yards. Don't put a Jet Stadium there.
A NASCAR track. Oh, dude, could you imagine? That would be so wild.
That'd be so trash.
We would ruin it though. We'd make it like expensive as fuck, and like it wouldn't be. I feel like it wouldn't. The New York, like pompous New Yorkers, would ruin it pretty quick. It'd be like going to a Yankees game, you know?
They would view it like putting a trailer park in the city. They'd be like, no.
It also would be so. You'd hear it here. Like,
Yeah, you probably would hear it here.
They're
It's loud as fuck.
It's so fucking loud.
All right, maybe it's a bad idea.
It would be fun for like a day though. You know, if it was like a carnival, it could just like pack up and leave, you know.
Ooh,
They do the Formula One stuff in New York though. I guess that's kind of
Do
like,
they do Formula One in New York?
yeah, but it's like that's like European shit.
They do
you
it
know?
in Miami, no? They did it in Austin.
They do it in Austin. They've done it in New York a couple of times. They do it in
Oh.
Miami. They're building a track, like a permanent track in Vegas.
That I knew. I knew the Vegas
Yeah,
thing.
like right around the strip. But they've done it in New York. But that's not the same. It's like European people and shit who are like classy. It's like classy NASCAR. They're like, it's classy because we're European about it, you know?
Right, we tuck our shirts in. We wear
Yeah, we drink
polos.
Campari while we watch cars race. It's classy, you know? I like the
Campari
NASCAR.
sucks.
I like Campari, but still. But it's like, I'd rather go to NASCAR and be like, yeah, I'm drinking cheap fucking beer. I'm dressed in all denim shorts with a denim shirt with the sleeves cut off, which is
Called jorts.
I'd wear cowboy boots with shorts.
Okay.
Cowboy boots for sure.
You won't wear a shirt.
I'd unbutton it. It'd slowly make its way off as the day went
There'd be
on.
no sleeves, definitely.
No, sleeves would be a no-go.
Bandana around the bicep?
Probably around the forehead, actually. Well, I'd go.
Ooh.
I'd go. Wait, maybe I'd go. I wouldn't fold it over the top like Deion Sanders did when he played. I'd do it like it's almost like Zach Wilson wears his headband.
You do a
thing,
Willie
like-
Nelson.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That would probably be the vibe. But maybe I'd go around the bicep and wear like a trucker hat.
Ooh, okay.
But
that would
I
be a
kinda-
bad idea.
Yeah, because you know, get a little sunburn on your scalp. Maybe I'd probably do that actually.
Okay. Call us in.
Let us know how you would go to NASCAR.
How would you comment below about the feet and the NASCAR and the navel?
Yeah, just imagine how dirty my feet get with all that.
I don't know if they like
grass.
that.
Oh, but you can clean them for me.
Ooh. They said they don't like the rubbing.
What do
That's
you?
what
What do
that
they
was
like
one of the
with
things.
the feet? Like what do they like to do
Well,
with
I
the
don't know.
feet or like?
Again, comment, folks.
Yeah, like what? Like I'm not. I'm genuinely curious,
right.
you guys. Like what? Like what do you? What do you want to do with feet? You know, if you don't like rubbing it, which is kind of what I thought would be the appeal. You know, like do you like sucking on it? Do you like licking
I don't
it?
think they like the sucking or licking. I think they just enjoy a foot.
Aesthetically, just looking at a foot.
I think.
Okay.
Call us in.
Yeah, let us know. I'm curious.
It's like in Cinderella. Prince Charming. He was in the feet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was the original mainstream foot fetish guy.
People don't talk about this. Disney brought foot fetish.
He went around town to look at women's feet.
All he remembered about the woman was her foot. That's
Because
all
he
he
was wearing a
remembered.
glass slipper so he could see through it and see her foot the whole time.
What color was her hair? He's like, I don't know, but I got this slipper. Can you line up every woman in town with their feet?
Yeah.
Please.
Even the ugly ones, you know.
Just put them in a line.
The poor ones too, you know.
I will cut your head off if you don't do this. Dude.
I am the prince.
I'm Prince Charming. What a timely name too.
Yeah.
Prince Charming, and he happened to be good looking. No incest
Coincidence.
in that royal bloodline.
It's almost like that. Like you have to be hot if you're named Prince Charming. You know.
Do you think his first name was Prince?
I like to think so, but probably not. It's probably Chuck.
Like Prince
Chuck
Fielder?
Charming.
Yeah, Chuck Charming.
Prince Chuck.
He's like, no, that sucks. I'm just Prince Charming.
I like the consonants of Chuck Charming though. That'd actually be a great name. for,
Chuck
like-
Charming, he definitely roofies chicks.
Oh yeah, he is not a good guy.
They still have roofies? I saw a
I was
TikTok
roofied
of-
not too long ago.
Wait, what?
I got roofied at a bar like earlier this year at the beginning of the year. So yes.
Wait, what? How are you just going to breeze past that?
I think what happened, I was talking to a girl at the bar,
Okay.
and we went to like the jukebox, and we left our drinks, and then like I got roofied, and then like some guy, I think they roofied me on purpose to like eliminate the competition, because like guys were coming up to me and they're like, "She's not going home with you, man," and they kind of like escorted me out of the bar. And then like,
Did you meet this girl at a bar in an 80s movie?
in the East Village, like just like somewhere on Avenue A, I believe.
So you think you got roofied to eliminate yourself as competition?
That's my theory. I haven't seen the guys again to be like,
the
hey, why
ego
you
you have to have to think that.
Well,
It's insane.
The way they were talking to me and stuff, like, and they were kind of like saying shit to me that led me to, my initial thought was they meant to roofie her, but they roofied me. And then I was like, wait a second. They were like kind of taunting me, which led me to believe that I was the target.
Okay.
I can't confirm this. It's just all speculation.
Is it possible that you just drank a lot?
I did drink a lot, but this was different. This
Okay.
I blacked out like going home. I couldn't stand up. Like I took off my pants when I got home and I fell and I couldn't stand. It was like it was different. It wasn't just like, oh, you're fucked up. It was like, oh, like something happened.
wild.
Yeah.
I think the craziest part of this story is that the bar had a real jukebox.
It was like one of those touchscreen ones.
Oh,
you
touch
know?
tunes.
It's not the same, you know.
No, it's not the same.
But we were talking about LCD sound system, you know.
Oh my god, this is the worst night ever.
It was a pretty good night up until
Maybe
that point.
that's why they roofied you.
Like,
Like this kid's talking too much about LCD sound system. This kid
I
sucks.
just seen them at Brooklyn Steel. I was excited about him.
I didn't even know they were still around.
Yeah, they do like a residency at Brooklyn Steel in the winter, or they have the last couple of years.
Okay,
They're fun, man. Good band. Listen.
good band. Call us in if you like them.
So, tell me about Texas.
Texas. I think I had like 7 tacos a day.
Sure. Where'd you go?
So I went. There's this like improv theater that also has a coffee shop in the front on Congress. That I'm blanking out the name.
I don't know.
My hotel was right next door, so I went there every day
Oh,
for
so
breakfast.
you were staying in a good location.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, if the company's gonna pay, I'll
Were you
do
there for
it.
work?
Beginning of the week, I was there for work, and then I just stayed. 'Cause
Oh,
my buddy
nice.
lives. Shout out Matt Steinberg and Laura Cosenza. They listen. At least Laura does.
Nice. What's up, Laura?
Sup? They live right by like downtown on the water in the high rise.
Oh, sure,
Right by
sure.
Deloitte's office, Google's office.
Uh-huh.
They live across the street from Google's office.
Oh,
if you know where
word.
that
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I stayed there for a night.
Oh, that's fun.
So very nice.
And then you did those shows at, was it East Austin?
I did South Austin Comedy Club,
Mm.
East Austin Comedy Club, and I forgot what the other name of the
Are
place.
they owned by the same people?
No, it's all separate stuff.
Just not creative with the names.
No, just very geographically based.
Yeah.
You're like, what should we call this one? South Austin.
It
Fucking
is-
sick, dude.
Yeah, great idea. There's
was
a
like
lot
on
of
the
there's a lot
outskirts.
north of here, so
There's only fucking 5 people there.
yeah.
That one sucked. Nice
Uh-huh.
people though. Shout out Lucas McCreary for booking me on that.
Nice.
Even though I don't think he booked me on that, he booked me for East Austin. East Austin was sick.
Oh,
That was
I'm
probably
sure.
one of the coolest rooms I've ever done.
I've heard
Hot
it's great.
crowd.
Yeah.
Met this guy Dylan something. He just won Austin's Funniest.
Okay.
Uh,
Dylan something.
Dylan something. Very nice guy. Yeah, they have like it was very Austin. Just a shack
Sure.
in the middle of East Austin and cool room.
That's cool, man.
And then went from there to whatever that third place was, which was like a knockoff Soho House.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Something with a P. Pershing. The Pershing.
I don't know it. I just when you said Soho House knockoff, I was like, oh, I get the vibe.
Yeah, that was a weird crowd. It's like a polyamorous crowd.
Yeah, do you think like fun people hang out at like Soho houses or Soho House?
I think they
adjacent
originally
place?
did. Now it's full of It's full of Tobins.
Oh,
Tobin's there at least 2-3 times a week.
is he a Soho House guy?
Yeah, him and
Good for
Luciano
him.
applied together.
Oh,
Luciano
sure.
got denied. He got approved.
Because he's taller and has hair.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
And they're like, well, you can't have another bald guy here.
Yeah, that's
but we
true.
can't have a tall blonde guy with a fun name like Tobin.
We don't have enough of these. Bring them in.
Yeah. Tobin Charming. That would be a good name, maybe.
Tobin Charm. Don't Don't let his ego.
I'm
get
not
bigger.
calling Tobin charming. I'm
Okay.
just saying like that would be a good first name for Prince Charming.
Also, his name's not Tobin. It's something else. You know that?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I just thought it was Tobin.
No, I think his middle name's Tobin. His first name, I don't think it's Christopher, but it's like it's a normal name.
Okay, Tobin's a cool name though. Roll with Tobin. Stick with it. It's a good name.
Go by Topher.
Ooh, Topher's
Topher
a
Grace.
fun name, honestly. I like Topher as the abbreviation for Christopher better than Chris.
I don't.
Really?
But no, you're such a douchebag if you go by Topher.
That's kind of why. You know, it's just you see it less, which kind of makes it fun. But then it is like you're inherently douchey if you're named Topher.
Well, I think because Topher Grace, and then people found out he was a douchebag.
Yeah,
And
but
then
he
they're
was the
like,
only
eh.
one who didn't.
Well, Ashton Kutcher didn't. Wilmer Valderrama didn't.
No, I meant like you heard all of them like wrote letters like defending him to the court.
I know Ashton and Mila Kunis did, right?
Yeah, Topher did not though.
Yeah, I don't think Wilmer Valderrama did either.
Oh, maybe he didn't.
Or Donna, who I don't know who Donna.
The other Scientologist of the crew. It's kind of surprising she was the one who didn't.
Wait, the girl that played Donna is a Scientologist?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. At least someone told me that one time, and I've been rolling with it ever
That's
since.
it. That's a fact now.
Yeah, it's canon in my mind,
Okay.
you know? Topher and if you go by Liam, as short for William.
Is Liam short for William?
I believe so.
No, I thought Liam was its own
Because
name this
it's
whole
like
time.
Will Liam.
No, I would understand. Yes, I would understand, but I always thought Liam was its own name.
My understanding is it's a nickname. for
That
William.
is insane.
It doesn't. It kind of is a completely different name. It like at least like Will, you're like it is kind of the same name, you know.
Call us in if that's true. Wow.
Yeah, let's confirm that.
Okay. That's more fun if you don't.
Yeah, it'll just let us speculate and believe what we want, you
Right.
know.
But here's one thing I got going on about Austin, because it's no secret the Austin homeless problem.
Yeah.
Especially I was staying on Congress.
Uh-huh.
A lot of homeless over there. Here's what I'm realizing. Austin, Denver, with the homeless too.
Yeah.
They're very in your face.
Oh, sure.
Where the
okay.
New York homeless, I feel like, are not as much.
You get some people on the train who can be kind of aggressive when they ask for money and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, but I feel like in general, I feel like in New York, the homeless are like animatronic. As like the homeless are like Chuck E. Cheese characters here.
That's true.
We're
They
in-
also like kind of fit the fabric of the city, I think. Like it's like you just like everyone's like it's not like surprising to see a homeless person in New York. But like in Austin you're like here, you know? Like I don't know, there's something about
See,
it.
I don't think so. Like Austin, I would assume there's homeless. Denver shocked me with how many homeless there were.
Have you been to Portland, Oregon?
No, never been to the West Coast.
Oh, dude. Portland, my family lives near Portland.
Yes.
And the homeless is like it's like a problem there.
Well, it's because it's an open drug market.
I guess so.
They decriminalized all drugs.
Oh, that's right.
So
yeah.
that's not helping.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I mean, I feel like that could be a good law over time, you know? Like
Well, what we're finding out is no.
the initial wave of it has been very bad.
Because we're looking at it like people that don't have substance control problems and know when enough is enough. A lot of people don't have that.
Sure.
And add in mental illness to that.
Yeah, it's not a good cocktail.
Not a great cocktail, no pun intended.
It's not a Negroni, I can tell you that.
No,
Campari,
or
Campari,
Campari.
gin, sweet vermouth.
Campari soda.
One part. Campari soda I had once, and I thought it was pretty good, but it wasn't like my favorite. I like a Negroni though. That's where Campari kind of begins and ends for me.
Okay. I don't think there's much else.
That's a
You have
probably.
either Campari straight, Campari soda, or Negroni.
What about cocktails? Like we talked beers. If you're drinking a cocktail, what are like
I'm not a big I'm getting into liquor now.
Oh, okay.
Because if you listen to the Normand episode, no big deal, Mark Normand did the pod.
Nice.
Hey, we talk about how beer, he doesn't drink beer anymore because it fucks up his stomach. Mm-hmm. And I've come to the realization that's true for me as well.
I'm accepting that piece of my life too.
Yes.
It just doesn't sit well. It's gluten. It's like drinking bread.
It's
It just
what
sits,
he said.
It sits fucking heavy.
So I'm doing tequila sodas now.
I like a tequila soda.
That's my go-to.
I'm like a vodka soda if I'm going that route though.
Oh,
I
why?
think just because habit. I'm more used to I'm not used to ordering tequila at a bar. I'm a creature of habit, I suppose. It's just I never.
So it's
really,
a big change for you to say tequila?
I just don't think about it when I'm at the bar. I never think oh, tequila.
Interesting.
But maybe I should because I bet it's a better drink. I like tequila more than I like vodka.
But you don't think about it when you walk into a bar?
No, I don't know why.
Okay.
Tequila, really the only times I drink tequila is if I have a margarita or something.
How many margaritas are you doing?
When I go back to Texas.
Yeah, okay.
But I like gin and tonic.
Gin and
That's
tonic.
probably my favorite of that kind of.
That's what I had at Kirschenbaum's wedding.
It's a great wedding drink.
No, I had gin and sodas and everyone shit on me.
Oh, I saw someone order that at a bar the other day. I was like, that sounds kind of gross.
I don't know. I was drinking gin and sodas left and right.
Hey, at least you're
Norman was roasting me. Polzello was roasting me. I was like, yo, even fucking drink.
If I could have gone, I would have been roasting you too.
Well, they didn't have tequila at the wedding.
What
Great
did they
wedding,
have?
Ben. Very good wedding. But you didn't have tequila.
What was the cocktail? What was the liquor?
Everything
situation?
else but tequila.
Oh.
And then Metcalf was going on about how the gin, before we even went to the wedding, he's like, oh, there's this gin from around here that's so good. And they happen to have it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would have. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure gin and soda's pretty good. I've seen people drink it, so it's a real drink.
I love tonic.
Really? I like tonic with gin, but I do prefer seltzer water,
Right.
You're also hydrating, which is probably for the best.
That's what I tell myself.
Yeah, I mean, you're not hydrating as much as you are poisoning yourself, but
it's equal parts.
that is true. But I feel like the gin has more of an effect on your body than the soda does.
Right. Yeah, probably. Whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm here to get hammered, folks.
Yeah, you're
Do you
at a
guys like
wedding.
this stuff?
I feel like gin's a good wedding liquor, though.
Gin is making a comeback.
I like it, man. I'm a
like
big
gin.
fan. I'm a big fan. Do you like whiskey?
I'm open. I have some right there.
What do you got? Bullet bourbon?
Yeah, Bullet bourbon.
Bullet's good.
My ex was a big whiskey girl, but she was because she's garbage. So she liked Makers, and she made Makers be the ultimate whiskey, which it's not.
No way.
I mean, Gentleman's is substantially better than
Yeah, sure. I'm not a Maker's guy
Makers.
at all.
I recently learned Makers actually really is a lower quality whiskey.
Oh, really? Maker's wax on top.
Yeah,
right?
that one.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I would drink it, but it's not.
Oh, I'll drink.
I would go I'd probably go Crown Royal before I went Maker's.
Crown Royal. To me, that's a garbage liquor.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad used to work for them, so I used to I used to drink it for free a lot when I was in college.
Okay, that's fair. That was the first thing I ever drank, was a shot of Crown Royal.
Really? First thing you ever drank?
yeah, David Jolson's house, folks.
Ooh, how was it?
We all know him. The grossest thing I ever had in my life at that time, but it was in a cool purple velvet bag. And
Yeah,
I was like,
I used to keep the bag and put my weed shit in it.
everyone did.
Yeah.
That's how you knew someone smoked weed, when there was stuff in the Crown Royal bag that wasn't Crown Royal.
I definitely kept some. I used it for. I think I kept condoms in there for a while. I was just I thought it was fancy at the
All
time.
your paraphernalia.
Yeah, like the sin box, the sin stash. You know what I mean?
The sin stash.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Weed stuff, condoms.
That might be the name of this episode, the sin stash.
That is a great
Yeah,
name.
that's good. No, what? I had something. I was like, yeah, I'm blanking out on it. Wait, so what was the first time you drank?
It was summer going in, first time I drank to get drunk. I'm not counting my dad letting me have a sip of beer or
Doesn't
something.
count.
First time I drank to get drunk was summer going into sophomore year of high school. I was with my buddy Chris Dixon, Connor Beal. Maybe they don't
Shout
want me
to him.
doxing him like that, but here we are.
Fuck them, we're here.
Still buddies with him. We went to putt with Christian's older siblings, and we put vodka in ices, which at the time sounded like it would be a great combo.
It sounds like a
but
great
the
combo
vodka
right now.
melts the icy immediately.
Is that true?
Because it was like warm vodka, I suppose. I'm sure if you put it in the fridge or something, it probably wouldn't. But we just like poured warm vodka in it, and it like the texture of the slushy, it lost its integrity. You know, it was more you were just drinking the slushy syrup.
Just started saying racial slurs.
White cherry icy though, that's my favorite flavor.
No, that's the worst flavor.
Really, it was my favorite when I was a kid.
Any cherry flavor, I'm anti-cherry.
What if it's like I'll do every once in a while? I'll like be at a movie and be like, you know what? I'm gonna get an icy. That sounds pretty good.
I think that's fine.
I'll do like half cherry, half Coke. I'll like layer it and do like cherry Coke situation.
Okay.
Or I'll do the cherry blue raspberry sometimes. Which
Okay.
why blue raspberry?
They
I never
wanted-
understood that.
They never could get the regular raspberry. They could never get purple.
Yeah, it was always just like I've never blue raspberry.
That was
That's not
my
a real
favorite, though.
thing. It is good.
Fantastic.
It's a great candy flavor too. It's just like why blue raspberry? You know, because I guess blueberry may not be the best like flavor for. It's not like quite sweet enough, I suppose.
Well, I mean, raspberry isn't either, and blue raspberries don't exist.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So did they hybrid the two, and they're like, it's a blue raspberry. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's just the color blue. You're
You're gonna drink it anyway, you fat fuck. Just
Yeah,
do it.
because be frank, it doesn't quite taste like raspberry either, but it's just blue, and they're like, okay, well, there's probably such a faint hint of like raspberry preserves in there.
Yes.
They're like, all right, it's legally raspberry.
I don't think it's legally raspberry. I don't think it's legally anything.
It's just,
It's legally poison.
yeah, it's fucking good poison.
But
though.
does it go well with a taquito?
Ooh, okay.
Were you a big like 7-Eleven taquito and
not taquitos?
pizza roll guy?
So, I was a pretty picky eater when I was a kid, so I wasn't like crazy
Interesting.
about like taquitos and stuff.
Okay.
When I was in high school, have you ever been to Quick Trip?
I've never even heard of that.
It's like a 7-Eleven type gas station.
It's like Buc-ee's,
Which
which I still haven't gone to.
Oh, you would love Buc-ee's.
I know I would, dude.
You would freak
No
out.
one wants to take me.
You'd be like, "This is church."
Yes, I know this. And every time I go to Austin, I ask fucking Matt Steinberg to take me to Buc-ee's, and he says no every time.
Steinberg, take him to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, you Jew.
He would love Buc-ee's. You would lose your mind. It's like just anthropologically, you'd be like, "Oh, these are the real Texans." you
Yes.
know?
I want to walk. I want to hear them say, "Fresh brisket on the board." I get a chill down my spine if I heard that, dude.
Oh, dude, Buc-ee's is a fun place, but Quick Trip, it's like 7-Eleven. Like it's just same size.
But white people work there.
Yeah, the one in my town, I believe so. But they would do like, and I'm sure 7-Eleven did this too, but I preferred it for like a snack perspective. On the roller thing, they would do like kind of corn dog type situations, like pigs in a blanket and shit like that. And that's what I fucked with.
Love pigs in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket. We still make it at like Christmas time in my house.
Yes.
And it's just crescent rolls as the outside. You just get Nathan's hot dogs or whatever and just slice them up.
You get it.
It's
The Baloo's getting.
yeah. It's like it tastes like childhood. I'm like, this is the best thing
With
in the
a little
world.
spicy mustard.
Oh, I dip it in ketchup, dude.
Oh, that's garbage.
Spicy mustard.
No,
Who
yeah.
are we? The Kennedys? You know?
You're like, we don't dip it in the Kool-Aid.
No, I just dip it in ketchup, dude.
Okay. I wouldn't be shocked if you were like a kid that would dip it into like Russian dressing or something. You seem like a Russian dressing on a sandwich guy.
If the sandwich calls for it, like if I'm at like Katz's Deli or something, you know.
Wait, what? Cactus is putting Russian dressing on.
Yeah, like a Russian, like yeah, I've had Russian at like a Jewish deli. I feel like that's the only place I see Russian on the menu.
No, Katz's pastrami or corned beef with mustard.
Sure, I mean mustard too. I mean, but I feel like I see Russian at Jewish delis.
You'll see. I mean, I've seen. I guess the delis I went to growing up were Jewish by default.
Jewish delis were pretty new to me moving
Yeah.
in. We didn't have
So
too
to
many.
me, if I see it on the menu, to me, I'm like, oh, it's just a deli. But I think you might have a point.
But you know what? I I still do to this day that I love, which is probably not too dissimilar from Russian at the end of the day, just mixing ketchup and mayo.
That's Russian.
I'll dip anything in that.
Yeah, that's Russian.
Minus some spices and stuff, right? Like, I'm sure
I think
Russian.
that's Thousand Island. Call us
Is Russian just ketchup and mayo?
I'm almost positive.
Really? Okay.
Or Thousand Island is that.
Thousand Island is, I feel like, ketchup and mayo with, like relish and a couple other things in it. Maybe not relish, but, like, some spices.
It's definitely what Big Mac sauce is.
Yeah, Big Mac sauce is what a great sauce. But ketchup and mayo mixed together, I still do that. I keep mayo in the fridge just in case I buy, like, frozen chicken nuggets or something, you know?
Wait. You keep mayo in the fridge in case you buy frozen
in case I want to, like,
nuggets.
make ketchup mayo to dip, you know?
No, I get that. But the only time you have mayo is for that purpose?
I mean,
I don't believe you. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't make sandwiches and stuff at home. I don't eat sandwiches, really. I'll eat sandwiches when I'm out, and I'll put mayo on that. I love mayo. But when I'm at home, there's not, like, a ton of reason for mayo. Like, I'm not really making sandwiches.
Yeah, but you understand why I'm skeptical, because last time you were here...
Oh, I love mayo, dude. Like,
yes,
for sure.
I'm peanut butter banana mayo sandwich.
That was my dad, not me, though.
Listen, it's in the blood.
I mean, I definitely inherited a love for mayonnaise. You know what I mean?
That's the trashiest, whitest thing I've ever heard. Like, I didn't inherit any money, but you know what I did inherit?
A love for mayonnaise.
A love, yeah, for fermented eggs.
Hellman's specifically.
Hellman's is the only mayo you should be eating.
Yeah, I concur. I've bought, like, Trader Joe's mayo, and it's not good.
I don't do the Hellman's organic either.
No, just
that's
classic
horseshit.
Yellow label with the blue crest.
Yes,
it's a great.
It's the gold standard.
It is. It's like, you know, when you go to a restaurant. I heard someone talk about this on a podcast, so it's not like an original thought per se. But you know, when you go to, like, a restaurant and they have, like, not Heinz ketchup.
Yes.
It's like, what the fuck? Like,
Hunt's is
okay. Like, I'm fine with Hunt's if you have Hunt's, but I prefer Heinz.
Oh, Heinz is the best.
Yeah, but, like, it's like when you have, like house-made ketchup or, like a lot of restaurants in Portland when I go visit my family, it's like we have, like, Oregon Valley ketchup. And I'm like, no, we figured out ketchup in Pittsburgh 100 years ago. Why are we still doing this?
They got a stadium.
Yeah.
Any of the other ketchups have a stadium?
No.
I don't think so.
I've never seen a team play at Pesto Field. You know what I mean, dude? Like, Pesto's not a brand.
Yeah, I know.
Just kidding.
That would be wild.
Tabasco could. Sriracha.
They probably could.
Yeah, they could do one in New Orleans or something. Like
Tabasco probably does have a stadium somewhere. It's like
the
some sort
minor
of, like,
league
D1,
ballpark.
yeah, minor league ballpark. They probably got a stadium somewhere. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or like if you go to a real Democrat spot, they'll get Sir Kensington's.
Sir Kensington's. I don't know if I've had that.
Oh, you're not aware.
Maybe if I saw it, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I've had that.
Bareburger was when I was first introduced to Sir Kensington's.
Oh, sure.
Real trash.
It's a try-hard move. You know, it's just like, we get it. Like, you're not like other burger spots. You know what?
Right.
I'd rather go to the other burger spot because they have normal fucking ketchup, you know?
Bareburger is... Are you a Bareburger guy?
I don't know if I've ever had a Bareburger.
This might be too New York for people. Because I think Bareburger's a New York thing.
You know what place is burger that I love is 7th Street.
Ooh, they just opened one here.
I know, that's why I mentioned
very nice.
it. I was like, oh, if you haven't been yet, you gotta go.
I went with Elliot Thompson last time he was here. That's the last time I had it.
Ooh, it's amazing, dude.
It is. It got big in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Which is odd. That's the first time I had it, I think. I think it would move to New York because they were from, like, Jersey, I think.
Oh, because I remember the original one, obviously, on 7th Street. It was right by Climate.
Yeah.
Where we met.
Dude, it is a good thing that place didn't exist when we were doing Climate mics.
Yeah.
I put on a lot of weight when I spent time in that basement. So, Climate, I'm sure this isn't the first time Climate's come up on this podcast.
I don't think so.
Like, at the end of the Laughing Buddha mics that Rich Apple and I met each other at, they would bring down food. Remember? They would bring...
do I remember? It's the whole reason I kept doing the mics.
Yeah, I was like, this is dinner. I would like...
The amount of quesadillas we ate?
The quesadilla... Dude, the food was honestly pretty good. The quesadillas were pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
The fries... Like, at the
fries were good.
The fries were
fries
good.
were good.
And the pierogies were pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, if you got pierogies at a mic, that was a good mic.
Yeah, they did pierogies. I'm not making that up.
No, but like every time it was the quesadillas and the fries.
Yeah.
Sometimes they bring down the pierogies, and that
you get
was
that
big.
potato pierogi, and you'd be like,
Oh, yeah,
fuck.
that was
the
big.
best. The best is like when it was a mic that a lot of people left, or it was just a light mic. And you stayed till the end, and they would just plop like a full plate of whatever. You didn't have to share it with anyone. You're like, oh, I got all the fries.
The best. If it was like Friday night, there was a fantasy football league downstairs, but their buddy went in the first half of the mic, so they all left, but they're too late. They already made the apps for all those people. So you go back down. Yeah. And you'd eat like 7 plates of pierogies.
Oh, dude.
That was the best.
It was like, that was how little we had going for us at the time. Not
Still
just
do.
comedically, just in life. Yeah. But like, that was a highlight of my day. Like, getting a couple extra fries.
Your day of my week.
Yeah, they spent, what, like $14 to get like a handful of fries at the end of a mic? You know what I mean?
Oh, back in the day when you could do back-to-back Friday night mics at Climate?
When I think about the amount of time I spent in that basement, it makes me sick.
Oh, yeah.
It's
a good
crazy.
come-up story.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, we're not up.
A lot of my friends, most of my friends in comedy are from...
Most of my social scene is from that basement.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes, and I'm grateful for that. But I'm just like, it is insane how much time I spent in that basement. And how much money I spent at that
basement. Well, yeah, that's the biggest part.
Yeah, because they made you buy a drink and pay for them.
Dude, I used to pay for Mike's Sunday night before I fell asleep. For the whole week.
Yeah, that was kind of nice, though. You knew what the week looked like.
I know, you could really schedule
It's hard to plan shit now. It's like a little less like...
I don't know. I gave up on that shit a while ago.
Yeah.
The mic shit.
Yeah.
Back in the day when you could plan out your mics and then you'd like be at like Caravan of Dreams and I'm texting you like, okay, let me know when I'm up.
That mic, man. Fuck.
That was a
Caravan
weird...
of Dreams was like this vegan restaurant, like right across the street from Climate. So like all of us would be like doing both.
Oh yeah, and then you like try to not pay for a drink at Caravan because you already paid $7 to do the mic at Climate. But the guy would be like, "You got to pay me $5," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get you later," and that fucking run out.
Yeah, and come back next week and
I come back next week and we do it all again.
It was the whole song and dance.
It was a game of cat and mouse.
Dude, yeah, that was... What a time, man.
Is that still there, Caravan of Dreams?
I believe there are still mics there.
That's insane. How they made it through the pandemic.
Because we were like doing like that grind. I couldn't do that again. Like 4 mics a day. It's
unnecessary.
It was so... I do like 2 mics a week now. And I'm like, that was probably 1, 2 too many mics. You know?
I came to that realization 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, this blows.
They're deeply depressing.
Yeah, I can't. I'm already with enough crazy people who are successful in comedy. I'll need to be around losers who are crazy.
Yeah, it's... Man, just the amount of time we spent just waiting for our name to get called.
So much time. I could be so much more successful than anything else. Else.
Yeah, just imagine if I had that much like time to do other things. Write a book.
Definitely not that. I thought just like make money.
I mean, I wouldn't want to read a book that I wrote, but I could have written a book in that time.
You could have. You didn't.
I'm not saying it would have been good.
Yeah, you could do it now. Nah. You don't have much going on outside of that.
No, that's true.
Oh, we did it. We're over an hour.
Oh shit, that one flew by.
We plugged your IG.
Yeah, at Bo Ballew. Again, I would love, out of genuine curiosity, to hear. I don't need you to explain to me why you're into feet. That's fine. I don't care. But I'm curious, like, what is it about the feet? You know, like, what do you want to do with feet? Like, what, like, how do you like to see feet? That kind of thing. Like, I am curious.
How'd you like to see feet?
Yeah, do you want to see them socks on, socks off? Do you want to see them?
We know that's a 50-50 split.
Okay, so that's already decided. Okay, or like, do you want to see it? Like, how would you like to see it? Like, what if I was like this the whole time? Would you prefer that to this?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? Like, how would you prefer the guests prop their feet up for visibility's sake? That kind of stuff. You don't have to explain the fetish to me. I'm just curious, within the fetish, what you like.
We're trying to do some market research here, folks.
Yeah, so we can blow up the pod.
That's right. To get the Patreon, need like 200 more subscribers.
Do fetish people come to your shows?
One did.
Elliot gets 7 people to come to his show?
I think it was a crowd, like one guy, but he brought a crowd.
Oh, okay.
Because he messaged me. He lives in Ridgewood.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's like, yeah, I could. He's like, that I'll go to your show. It's too far.
I do love that you like engaged with them.
Oh yeah, dude, these freaks are sick. These are my fans, dude. I'm the only one with fans.
That's true.
Dude, Juan posted something the other day, and I was like, oh, the few people who love this. He's like, oh, don't repost it. I don't want any more messages. Who else is messaging you?
He's getting DMs about feet stuff.
Oh, everyone got. You're
my
gonna get
inbox
them. You know
is
you're
open.
Gonna get them.
My inbox is open. I took off my sock last time. I got nothing from you guys.
Did you put it on the table?
Not this long. I did it the whole pod this time.
Yeah. This is gonna be big.
Okay, cool. I'd love to hear.
This is gonna be big.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Au revoir.